You've been there. You gave your heart to someone who drained you. You stayed when you should have left. You blamed yourself for their behavior. And you asked yourself one question over and over. Why do I keep falling for people? Here's the truth you've been waiting to hear. It's not your fault. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not stupid. You're wired to seek love, connection, and validation. And toxic people are experts at exploiting that wire. Toxic people are masters of manipulation. They don't show you their true colors immediately. They mirror your desires. They tell you what you want to hear. They love bomb you. And by the time their mask slips, you're already emotionally invested. And your brain... This is called the cycle of intermittent reinforcement. Sometimes they're loving, sometimes they're cold. This unpredictability creates a trauma bond. Your brain becomes addicted to the hope that this time they'll be the person you... But why does your brain do this? Because you have a deep need for connection. You were born with it. It's hardwired into your physiology. When someone gives you attention and then pulls it away, your brain registers it as a threat, and your survival instinct kicks in. Your attachment style, formed in childhood, determines how you respond to toxic people. If you had inconsistent caregivers, you learned to chase love. You learned that love is unpredictable, and you learned to tolerate pain in exchange for affection. If you have an anxious attachment style, you crave closeness. You fear abandonment. And when someone pulls away, you chase harder. Toxic people love this. They use your fear against you. They know you'll tolerate more than you should. They know if you have a secure attachment style, you're less vulnerable. You have boundaries. You recognize red flags. You walk away when someone disrespects you. But if you grew up in chaos, you might confuse chaos with passion. And healthy love can actually... Toxic people are drawn to certain personality types. They look for empathy, loyalty, and a tendency to make excuses for others. They look for people who give second chances. They look for people who blame themselves. Sound familiar? That's because they're not just choosing anyone. This isn't coincidence. It's selection. Toxic people are predators. They test boundaries early. They see who will tolerate their behavior. They push small buttons first, testing your reactions. And if you tolerate it, they push harder. Red flags. You saw them early. The excessive flattery, the rapid commitment, the isolation from friends, the criticism disguised as help. You saw them, but you rationalized them. They're just passionate. They had a heart. Love bombing is the first stage. They shower you with attention, gifts, and compliments. You feel like the most special person in the world. This is intentional. They're building your dependency. They're creating a bond so strong that when they start pulling away, then comes the devaluation stage. They criticize you. They make you feel small. They compare you to others. They withdraw affection. You start trying harder. You walk on eggshells. You lose yourself trying to earn back their love. And then the cycle repeats. Devaluation is followed by a brief return to love bombing, a small kindness, a promise to change. And you believe it because you desperately want to believe it. This is intermittent reinforcement. And you're not weak for falling for this. You're human. Your brain is wired to seek connection. And toxic people are wired to exploit that wiring. They've practiced this. They've refined their manipulation over years. You walked into a game you didn't.
Why do you stay? The sunk cost fallacy. You've invested so much time, energy, and emotion. Walking away feels like losing all of that. Your brain interprets it as a loss, and we are neurologically wired to avoid loss.
You blame yourself. If I were better, they'd treat me better. This is the most toxic belief of all, because it keeps you trapped. You believe you can fix them, or fix yourself enough to earn their love. But the truth is, their behavior is This is why you can't focus anymore. You've trained your brain to expect constant novelty. Your attention span is shrinking. Studies show it's now less than 8 seconds, shorter than a goldfish. The apps created this, and they're the only ones benefiting from you. Then there's the trauma bond. When pain is followed by relief, even brief relief, your brain releases dopamine. This is the same chemical released by addictive substances. The toxic person becomes your drug. You crave the relief. Breaking this bond is hard because you're fighting against your own neurochemistry. Your brain has been conditioned to associate the toxic person with reward. Breaking the bond is like quitting an addiction. It takes time. It takes support. Healing starts with awareness. Recognize the pattern. Recognize the red flags you ignored. Recognize the excuses you made. Awareness is not blame. It's freedom. You cannot change what you don't see. Once you see it, rebuild your self-worth. You are not defined by how others treat you. You are defined by how you treat yourself. When you value yourself, you stop accepting crumbs. You stop begging for love. You stop tolerating disrespect. Set boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They're gates. They let the right people in and keep the wrong people out. Learn to say no. Learn to walk away. Learn to protect your energy. When you set a boundary, you're not being... Practice self-compassion. Stop blaming yourself for being too trusting or too loving. Those are beautiful qualities. They just need to be directed wisely. You didn't fail. You loved. And that's never a failure. The failure belongs to those who surround yourself with healthy people. The people who respect you, who celebrate you, who don't drain you. This is the most important decision you'll make. Your environment shapes your mental health. Choose people who make you feel safe, seen. Forgiveness, but not for them. Forgiveness is for you. It's releasing the anger that keeps you tied to them. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting them back in. It means letting go of the weight. It means saying, what you did was wrong. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong. Some days you'll miss them. That's normal. That's human. Don't judge yourself for the setbacks. Just keep moving forward. Each time you choose yourself, you strengthen the new Redefine love. Love is not sacrifice. Love is not pain. Love is not walking on eggshells. Love is safety. Love is respect. Love is consistency. Love is knowing that you are valued. You are not broken. You are not unlovable. You are not too much or not enough. You are worthy of healthy love. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of safety. And you are worthy of the healing journey. You now know why you fell for toxic people. It wasn't your fault, but your healing is your responsibility and your power. Every day you choose yourself,
you break the cycle. Every day you set a boundary,